Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. Today's session opened with a very nice spike and a channel working lower. There's a break, and according to trendline rules, we need to get new low tested for this downtrend. So it was a great high volatility setup, second entry short, triple test after uptrend played out with the break new high. New low was tested, so the sellers reached their new extreme. And right now, according to market cycle, we can expect correction or reversal. So I'm not going to be continuing to look for short opportunities after breaking new extreme, but at the same time, I cannot pick a bottom just yet. This was quite a strong trend down. I would need at least reversal pattern, felt like entry short above EMA. So let's see what's going to happen. I cannot take a short at the bottom of the move. I cannot pick a bottom. So this is where you have to be patient. Remember, you cannot take a setup or look for setups on every single candle as a price action trader. You need to have an edge and you have to have bias, key entry point, understand what's happening. And now this is interesting because you can see the bearish momentum is depleting. Why? How can we tell this? Well, because the pushes lower are smaller and smaller. And in fact, the lows are getting static. Okay, so you can see EMA is starting to flatten. We're starting to go more sideways. We're not working lower. So this is signs of bearish depletion, bottoming pattern, new low, lowest low, first entry short, second entry short, failure above EMA, new high, first entry long, break lower, second entry long. So this is double high probability setup, second entry long and a failed second entry short. It's above EMA, great signal bar. This is first decent high probability setup, a little bit more advanced because you're still part of this sideways structure, but because it is a double high probability setup, bearish momentum is depleting, we're going sideways, bottoming pattern, push above EMA, you can consider. And now because we're working hard, I'm going to connect these first two swings at the bottom to locate a trend line, and we are transforming into a brand new bullish bias. So let's see what's going to happen. Okay, trend line is holding. We're breaking the trend line, but we're not looking for reversal. No, we need to get new high tested, just like on the way down is breaking low. Now I want to see new high, but I need to take a good high probability setup. So I'm going to draw my trend line and I'm going to count for second entry long. Can I get it? Okay, now we have a second entry long, but the signal bar is bad bearish body. Now when I was watching this live and I didn't reload my data at the start of the session, I reloaded my data mid-session, so my signal bar actually was a little bit better. One or two ticks higher was the close. So if you have this better bar when you're watching this live, you can actually consider this second entry long, but I would not enter with this signal bar. There's also small support. We need to get new high. You're going to place your stop loss one tick below the signal bar. You're going to put the limit order at the close. Now this barely worked for a scalp. You can see it managed to get 8, actually 9 ticks. So you have that 1 tick to spare to tick through. Downtrend played out with the break and the new extreme. Okay, you can see we have visual two-legged pullback. Market likes to move in pairs of twos. Now we still expect new high, especially after two-legged pullback, and downtrend played out. So now the bears truly depleted, and this is interesting. Now we have high-low confirmation of the visual two-legged pullback, confirmation of the fact we need new high. But once again, when I was watching this live, I had slightly better bar. Okay, I was marking this up to talk about this, but once I reloaded my data, I would not go long above this signal bar. It has a tail at the top. But if you're watching this live and you had the better bar, more bullish, you can consider, but only if you have better bar, because now the downtrend truly played out, 2 legs down, push above EMA, push above the support, you need new high, decent high low, break a new high. So we're pausing, looking to go long, trend line played out, but I cannot pick a top, of course, because I need push below EMA at minimum and a failed second entry long. At this point I was really thinking, okay, we may go down lower, let's see what's going to happen, but this is changing things. Hold on, why we have bullish spike when the uptrend played out? And as a price action trader, you always want to have these candles included in some channel, so I have to draw the channel, and now it starts to get unclear. It's not behaving as a healthy trend range because it is not static. This downtrend didn't get new low. Why? At the same time, I cannot draw super broad channel. It just doesn't fit that well. So I have to be careful. I'm not sure if I can sell or go long. And when I'm not sure, I'm simply patient and letting price action do its thing before it's going to get easier to navigate and easier to read. Okay, now we have a break and move to a new extreme. And now you have to make a decision. When you're watching this, you may be tempted to draw possible spike in a channel or look for some bigger channel. Let's project possible wider channel. Number one, this doesn't fit that well. We don't have third swing confirmation, we have overshoot. If I'm gonna widen this, I have no confirmations here, and this doesn't behave basically as a healthy, consistent series of high highs, high lows uptrend. It mainly looks like a one big leg working higher, correction, second leg working higher. So when I'm watching this, and this is not a good healthy structure to be thinking bullish, I'm simply gonna be respecting the broad to like a pullback, break a new high of the uptrend, and I'm gonna be, of course, drawing my short-term downtrend regardless. But let's see what's gonna happen now. I cannot take a failed second entry long because the single bar is bad. Downtrend played out with the break and the new extreme, but this is what I call area of indecision, because you cannot have tunnel vision as a trader and you cannot focus only on singular patterns. Okay, you need to have an edge. What is the bias? Unclear, because I have no uptrend to help me trust bullish bias, and I don't have bigger downtrend because we have a small break new low. So all trends played out. Let EMA exactly in the middle of these bars. I cannot touch anything. I simply need to be patient and let price action do its thing. And now that the market is finally working lower, okay, good. So I'm going to connect these swings at the top. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit wider. I was looking for a second entry short the whole time. It never came. I'm going to redraw the short-term uptrend working higher. Now, I also connected these swings at the top. So you can see you can get even slightly wider channel, but it doesn't matter at all which channel you play, because upon breaking, you expect new low of this downtrend or new low of the big downtrend. So it basically gets you exactly to the same place. Notice this correction attempted to get a break in new high. Your break new high. I cannot sell. With better bar, you can consider selling, but my single bar is weak. Okay, it looked quite bearish, but why we bounced to the upside like this? Okay, you can see EMA flattening, move up, move down, move up, move down, move up. And this is important. This is making you right now draw mini trend range, because why we have such a massive bullish bar while we're supposed to go lower. So you can't take any short now. Definitely not a full second entry long. It's simply too far down, right into these lows. We needed some stronger bullish pullback so you can sell a bit higher, so the bulls can be trapped. This is simply too cluttered. Let's see. And now we have great setup. Triple top. Okay, one tap, double tap, triple tap. All channels need to get new low tested. Uptrend played out with the break new high. This was the last bullish attempt. Failed. But once again, horrible signal bar. So great context. Triple tap. You need to get new extreme. But my signal bar is just horrendous. And now I basically can't sell too far down, and we have a break and a new extreme of this downtrend. So now that I can see all trends playing out and a massive push above EMA, by the way, you are looking for a high-low confirmation setup, what I can do, I can zoom out and I can project. Oh yes, this is really fitting well. A lot of confirmations. This is right now establishing our big pattern. Move up, move down, move up, acting as a big trend range. And this is good because you always want to understand what big pattern you're trading. So now it's clear you are part of some big trend range. So we're going to follow the short-term channels inside. Can we get a second entry long? We cannot break a new high, so I cannot take a long after breaking a new high. I cannot pick a top because there is no break lower. Push below EMA, so I'm looking for lower high confirmation setup, because at this point, you're going to apply range rules. Buy low, sell high, and if you don't have a good setup to buy low or sell high, then you're going to wait for the push above, push below, and take either high low or lower high. Of course, if you get failures, that's even better. But now we push so far down, we're too far from the EMA, there was not even trigger, so you cannot sell. So uneventful day so far. At this point, it's getting quite frustrating because it was so low, no setup. So this is one of those days where you have to be taking a lot of breaks so you don't make some impulsive error, because it is hard to sit here 4 or 5 hours and just watch price action develop without a pattern. But sometimes that is what trading is about. Okay, you have to take the good with the good and take the bad with the bad. Okay, by enduring these slow and choppy days, you're able to be exposed to the good days and good trading opportunities. So you simply don't know which day exactly is going to be boring and which day is going to offer a lot of setups. It's going to be easy. You just have to sit here and this is your job, and it's just part of trading. So you can't really complain, but it can be frustrating. I admit it started to be frustrating even for me. Breaking new low, so I cannot take anything. No second entry short. Now I cannot look for any setups because all trends played out. Flat EMA, we are in the middle of the main trend range, so just be careful. No trade zone. You know, don't even look for setups when you don't have any channel, when you have flat EMA and you're in the middle of the trend range. Okay, now it's getting a little bit clear. I'm gonna redraw. Oops. Short-term uptrend working higher. You have a tiny break new high. I was still thinking we may test the new high. There is no second entry long, but once we retrace so far down, okay, there is a small break new high. I have to adapt again. I cannot sell below this bullish bar. You know, I don't like these setups because you already have two broad legs, but this is a failed second entry long, you know, but even the signal bar is bullish, so you have to use double bar entry. Maybe I don't really like it, but you can make a case. Now unfortunately you don't have a good opportunity to sell at these highs. Now we have a nice downtrend established, so I'm thinking second entry short at the EMA, and you can see inside of the trend range we're just playing the short-term trendline rules every single time. Okay, only first entry short, breaking new extreme. So now that the downtrend played out, I was starting to think about some long opportunities at the bottom following the trend range rules. Okay, and this is interesting. This is triple test, actually multiple tests, big bullish bar, bearish depletion, break new low. The lows are static, move down, failing, failing, failing. Strong bulls are buying at the bottom, and this is actually very nice high probability setup. Let's call this clean triple test. And what a setup. No good high low, you have a bad signal bar. You actually need only one setup like this with a massive runner, so this was a great setup finally. We expect new high, we have only first entry long, so I can't really take it. Almost new high. Deep retracement, so I'm going to adapt to a brand new downtrend working lower. It's definitely not uncommon in trend ranges to have attempts without fully getting the new high, because once you're going to reach these extremes, the buyers or sellers, they will step into the market. You can expect strong influx. So once you retrace too far down in the trend range over the 60%, you just simply adapt to brand new trend working lower. Okay, downtrend is working lower, but now it is getting simply way too late. Break new extreme, and it's getting too late. I went through this chart fairly quickly, much quicker than I normally do, but that's because it's a choppy day without many high probability setups. We started with fairly clean price action, breaking new low, market cycle into consolidation, bullish uptrend, breaking new high. But after that point, you have to be really patient, because why we have such a massive bullish spike, but at the same time there is no good bullish trend, so you have to follow short-term channels. Area of development, flat EMA, too much congestion, nothing is clear, no clear bias, no clear channel. Once the bearish momentum is starting to increase and you can get a hold of some nice downtrend working lower, then you're expecting some second entry short, but you enter pretty much consolidation again, and every single sell at these highs has a horrible signal bar, breaking new low. And then you simply have to follow short-term channels and try to sell at the top, buy at the bottom. But this time today, this trend range didn't even offer you that many opportunities. It just simply reversed down, and this is pretty much one great opportunity where you have confirmations, you have bearish depletion, downtrend played out, so the trendline rule is fulfilled, and you're buying at the bottom, and no good short at the top. So once again, one of those days where you have to be really patient. You have to make sure you're not going to jump and take impulsive trades just because you feel the need to take a setup. Even when I look at the structure in hindsight, there's simply not much to chew on. But it's sometimes part of trading, no problem. Tomorrow's going to be better. Either way, I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.